All right, you got your new 2025 Ford Explorer. You want to take this thing out for a drive and play some of your own music. So you jump in this nice ride and you plug your USB drive in the center console. And what is this thing called again? Oh, it's called the Ford Digital Experience. Okay, as you probably have gathered, I prefer the USB drive and the voice command system that Ford had working pretty well on prior Sync 3 systems. So before we get started on the 25 infotainment system, yes, music via Bluetooth or other apps is okay for some, but I'm not interested in a myriad of controls, notifications, cables, wallpaper, and wondering if why my air conditioning doesn't work because of an option on my phone. Keeping up with these apps seems problematic at best. I just want to get in and drive. I want the player to pick up where it left off in its randomization of my content, and I want to use voice commands to either play all, a song, an artist, or even an album, all with a touch of the voice command button without losing sight of the road. Is that too much to ask? You can check the vehicle status, or under settings and the sound submenu, you can try to find some information on USB drive formatting, and you won't find anything. Okay, plugged in the old USB drive that's formatted with exFat that worked fine in the F-150 and in the 2024 Ranger. You plug it in here, you get no indication that any indexing was performed. And of course, if we try to select a source, the USB drive doesn't show up. The only indication is over here under notifications, and you'll see the second message is SMI USB drive isn't working. You may need to reformat. Doesn't tell you what format system to use, but at least you know something is wrong. Okay, found by trial and error that the latest 2025 Ford Explorer USB drive format is FAT32 as compared to previous versions. Okay, plugged in the new USB drive formatted to FAT32 and gave it a few seconds to do its indexing, although again, you get no indication that that worked, other than if you go to notifications, Jet Flash USB drive, looks like you can explore or eject it. All right, sounds good. So now we can select source, and there it is. My drive is called Transcend. It's a 16 gigabyte drive. We can get out of there, we go into the tunes, and then you have your usual, those familiar with the Sync 3 systems or Sync 4, you play all artists, albums, songs, and genres. And then we're off and running. Okay, with the USB drive installed and indexed, if you want to play a song or an artist, you should be able to hit the voice command on the steering wheel and say, play Gordon Lightfoot.
Alright, asking media player to play Gordon Lightfoot. Sorry, something went wrong. When it's safe, please try opening the app to continue.
Well, when it's safe, I was parked. Looks like the software is recognizing the command, but the rest of the subsystem for actually playing the song or artist is throwing an error code. And please try opening the app is just not helpful at all. This is just not ready for release yet, and hopefully they look at what they did on Sync 3, which worked pretty well, and port that code over to the new infotainment system. And finally, here's a list of fixes required, some obvious improvements. The voice commands is a loaded topic, but again, Sync 3 worked fine, except for what's detailed here in 4B. Okay, hope this was helpful, especially to those Ford coders who are working on this system. Alrighty, signing off. Enjoy.